today with living legend Kevin McCarthy, also known as Tater, and he's side of stage running monitors for Don Broco at their headline SSE Wembley Arena show. So we've got a few questions today for you, if that's okay.
Yep, go ahead.
So how did you first start? You know, what kicked you off in the industry?
My early beginnings was obviously, I think most people got in the same way, just playing in a band.
Okay.
And I did that out throughout high school, and we really got involved more in the PA aspect of it all.
Okay.
And during that time, we started renting our system out that we had, and we were making money that way.
Yeah.
So quickly went from turned into a little PA company, and it kind of started from there. Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned that one of the first shows you did, or you used a Hill system in.
Yeah, well, actually, the little PA company we had a Kelsey console. That was kind of our first console, was a Kelsey with a built-in reverb. But as soon as we graduated out of that, we got a Hill. I think it was a B3. I think was the model number, a Hill B3. So that was my real first professional console. A buddy of ours had a Hill J series.
Okay, yeah.
And that was like the big Mac Daddy console.
Absolutely.
And I think it had a fixed 7-band EQ on it, which was kind of odd, but it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
And so those in my club days, those were the two consoles that were prevalent in the club scenes around Detroit.
Obviously, you've had a very varied career over the years.
A long one for sure.
Yeah. Are there any particular moments that stand out for you?
I'm sure there's highlights and lowlights through the whole thing, but just being able to survive in this industry for this year, I think it'll be 32 or 33 years, and make a living, put my kids through college, and do all that kind of stuff. It's probably the highlight of just being asked back by these bands.
That's great.
Yeah.
Obviously, this show here we're doing together, you're behind the new Hill MS218 subs. How are you finding that?
Well, I noticed they must be in some sort of cardioid pattern, the way I see them set up every day. And not just the subs, but actually the whole Hill PA mixing behind it. It's Ben Hammond mixing front of house is obviously doing a great job out there, because I'm getting a really good, what I call, back pressure off the PA. The subs aren't killing me, and we've done it in a variety of. We've gone from basically arenas, but we did a theater thrown in there. Sure. And we did a bigger club at the beginning, the two nights in Manchester. So we've done it in a variety of venues, and I've been from on a floor to up on a riser. And Ben's delivered a great back pressure every day, and which has been fine. There's no wedges on stage. The band's all in ears, so that does affect it. And it's been fine, no complaints so far.
And then we obviously, all of us come across lots of guys who are just starting out in the industry.
Yeah.
And I know some of them see guys like you who are, obviously at the top of your game. Are any sort of key things that you've learnt to do if you're meeting a new band, or you could give them some advice of things that you suggest?
Yeah, on the monitor end, you're not mixing for yourself. You're not throwing mixes out that you want to hear. It's what they need to hear, and you really have to listen to what they're saying. You can't go up there and tell them what they want. Get the feedback from what they want to hear, and it's not your own thing, it's their thing.
Yeah.
So whether you like it or love it, and most of the times, if you really listen to them and don't talk over them and hear what they have to say, they're going to guide you in the right position to make a really good monitor mix. You know what I mean? So, and especially for their instrument. I played bass many, many years ago, and I always feel I can dial up the bass players mix pretty good right off the bat, and they don't say much. With Tom, that happened again. And I'm fairly decent at the drums. When it comes to a 6-string guitar and a vocal, I like to really hear from them, because I don't feel I'm as experienced or being in their position to know exactly the nuances, but they guide me right through it and tell me. Simon, the guitar player, has been great. We went through a lot of stuff the first day, and then he hasn't asked for anything since. Another thing I would say is always have spares, backups for everything, and you don't want to be caught without without having spares. Wireless mics, in-ear mixes, you got to have something right on the ready, hot, and available to give them immediately. Yeah, is probably the main two things. Cool. Listening to your artist and having spares.
Great, that's great advice. Yeah. So do you still play now?
I don't.
band?
I
Okay.
rarely. I can't find the time to.
No, it's fair enough.
Yeah, even when the bass guitar is sitting right next to me 5 feet away, I really just, unfortunately, I can't find the time. I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
I just can't find the time.
that's
I'd
cool.
love to. I
Yeah.
think about it, but the time isn't there.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Maybe
Cool.
one day.
Yeah.
Pick it back up.
Awesome. Well, thanks
Yeah.
for joining us.
Awesome.
It's
Thanks
been
for
great to
having
have
me.
you here.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.